Okay guys, so today we're going to talk about the soil. Right, what is the soil? Well, the soil is the fertile layer of the Earth's surface, okay? If we start digging down, soil reaches up to when we don't just find stone, okay? So depending on the ecosystems, soils will be or very, very thin or very, very thick, okay? But it's very important because it's the fertile layer of the Earth. So, depending on how much soil, that ecosystem will be more or less fertile, okay? So, lots of the ecosystem depends on this soil, okay? It's very, very important. Also, it forms a proper ecosystem, okay? Because it has its own biocenosis and its own biotope, okay? Which actually change quite often, okay? That means that it has physical and chemical properties, plus it's got living beings living in it. Right, we go first to see how the soil is formed, okay? Now, whenever an ecosystem begins, usually it's going to begin being basically rock. And this rock has to be broken, okay? Once it's broken little by little, okay, by the climatic factors, it starts having a little bit of sand. And that will allow the first living beings to actually live in it, which will be, well, fungi, lichens, okay, bacteria, mosses, etc. These will start producing organic matter, okay, which will start accumulating, and the roots will start breaking more and more the rocks. Once it's broken enough, we can start having small plants, okay? These plants will keep on doing the same, will keep on producing organic matter and breaking more and more the bedrock. In the end, when we have enough depth, plants can be bigger, okay, to being trees, and each time we'll have more and more soil, okay? Well, you can see here what appears: Z horizon, A horizon, B horizon, okay? We'll see that now, okay? To see how much developed an ecosystem is very easy by just analyzing how much organic matter it has on the soil or how deep the sea horizon is. Now, it has several layers, okay? These layers are going to be the horizon 0, okay, which is basically the surface. Well, leaves in decomposition, parts, things that are dead, okay, but isn't discomposed yet. Okay, that's going to be the 0 horizon, okay, which usually is very big in forests, okay, and smaller in grasslands, for example. Now we've got the horizon A. This is going to be the topsoil, okay. When we dig, well, the first soil that comes out, okay, where usually the plants, most of the plants have the roots, okay. Forget about this, and then we have the B horizon, okay, which is going to be the subsoil. In this case, it's going to be soil mixed with organic matter, but very poor, okay, and it's going to start having rocks, okay. And then we obtain the Z horizon, which is basically big rocks, okay. When these big rocks just transform into one big one, it's what we call the bedrock, which is going to be the end of the topsoil, of the soil, okay. Right, now, why is soil so important? Well, because any producer is going to, nearly every producer, especially in the terrestrial ecosystems, are going to need soil to be able to grow. Without soil, we wouldn't have agriculture. And soil is very important to actually conserve the ecosystems, okay? When we lose the soil, then the ecosystem goes back, okay, and we lose the trees and we can lose the big producers, okay. The main causes of losing this soil is by pollution, okay, by soil compactation, okay, by pressing too much. When we go out walking to the countryside, where we step, okay, where people step non-stop, that soil compacts and nothing grows there, right? Well, when that happens in a big scale, we lose big amounts of soil, and the salinization, especially places close to the seas and the oceans, okay? This can all be produced as well by the loss of the vegetation, okay, by the desertification, okay, by eliminating the trees. In the end, the rain washes the soil, and we lose the most important, that's going to be the top part of the soil, okay. So, hope you understood a bit why the soil is so important, and I hope I can see you soon, guys.